Okay, when I tested the LEDs, I got this hooked up to a 5-volt power supply up here. I got it hooked up to a 5-volt power supply. I just bought one of these Chinsey things, and I think they're 10-15 bucks. It's an SP108E LED shop. This here you can run different LEDs and stuff. I'm using that just to test these strips to make sure they're okay before I connect them. So I already got this programmed, as you can tell. So here's the program. I'm just running a test just to make sure that everything's fine. And it's just at random right at the moment, so it's not an issue. That's the one that goes into the tube. This strip is attached to, I have a whole bunch of PC boards, really thin stuff, but you can use aluminum or you can use anything you want to use. I just stuck them to that to drop them in the tube so they don't twist, so they stay towards the front. That's the only reason I got them on here. So this is the one that I'm using, that being the tubes. Now in the light themselves, for the lights themselves, I want to be using 2 strips. These are 35 pixels. And they're going to be in parallel. I don't have the divide thing up for the parallel here wired up yet. So just say these 2 are going to be shorted together into this connector so they're in parallel. So these are going to program differently. So that will be just like that. And the only reason I run it, I just make sure the colors are right, make sure they don't have anything that's wrong, because it's a lot easier to repair things sitting here than after you get them attached. And then this strip here actually will plug into this strip. I just don't have it programmed all the way out to the right pixels. I would have to change that, the setting of the box, because I got it set right now at 70 pixels because I was in the process of testing 2 of these in series to make sure the connectors were okay. So that's what the LEDs look like, and the 2812s, I got them at minimum brightness too. They're not bright at all. I got them turned down. These seems to have really nice color, and the brand that I'm using is ever how you pronounce it, but here's the picture. That's the brand right here. That's the brand of LEDs I'm using. They're a little more expensive than the other brands, but the coating's built much better. It's got good copper. The colors are great. And I've had a total of 0 problems with all of the reels that I just bought. So I like the odds. So I'd rather pay a little extra and have less defects. And they're really weather sealed really good on it. They're silicone coated. So these are really good LEDs. And okay, we'll go to the next section. Okay, we're going to stick the LEDs on this piece of metal. This is what goes inside the light itself. The LEDs already got cut, 35 pixels. I already got the ends on it, shrink tubing, everything's ready to go. What I do first is just a reference point. You just put that inside the curve, figure out about where middle is. I just mark it. This piece of metal is aluminum. Well, the piece of metal we're going to stick the lights on are aluminum, painted with primer and enamel paint. So now we're taking the LED strips with that reference. We're going to pull the double sticky tape protector off. And here's a warning too. when you pull the double sticky tape off, as you can see, they got a little copper piece that's right there. The only things between that copper piece and your metal that you're putting it on, like if it was just pure aluminum with no paint, is just this double sticky tape. So if it ever wears, it will short. But what we have here is aluminum, and I got primer on it and paint, so that should be a good enough insulation. Then you just take it, hold it in the middle, use that reference line, and just stick the LED down. It don't have to be, you know, perfect, just in the general vicinity, which is good enough. Now we're taking the paper off of this one. Now we hold it right at the end again. Figure out about the middle. And we put it down. Now, I just barely lay it on there, and then I come back, and now I press it down real hard. Exactly where it was good enough. It's not a critical positioning or anything, just somewhere in that area is just fine. Now that piece is done, ready to go. Now we're going to get a light here, and the way that goes in, it just goes into the middle like that, and it just gets pushed in and then just turned exactly. So there you are. That's so that you can remove the LEDs, so a year or two from now when you want to wash it and get the mold and the bugs and everything else out, you can just pull the light strip back out and they're not in the way. So let's go and look at one of the lights already done and show you what it looks like. Okay, here's one of the lights that's completed, and this camera does not like LEDs. Right at the moment, all the colors are going through. I just got a pattern. It's really messing up the lens. The last time that I took the picture of the LEDs, all the cameras I have, they just wash out because they're so bright. This is in my office with a lot of fluorescent lights. Well, they're not fluorescent, LED lights in the office. So this is what the light looks like completed, to give you an idea. You'll be seeing it later on the poles. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed it. When you get a chance, if you would please subscribe to my channel, that would help us out. Thank you.